This is a company that was started in 2002, which was, started against the backdrop by Sasol. At that time when it was started, I think Sasol saw it fit that they found a partner that would truly represent the transformation agenda, which was to transfer the economy to the historically previously disadvantaged. What was interesting is that at that point, when the company was founded, Sasol had already started the process of unearthing the market in KZN, and they had already signed up some customers, which therefore resulted in contract that had already been signed being ceded to SLG.
Springlight's gas was real empowerment in the true sense of the word. So it's a beautiful kind of interwoven story of not only beginnings or humble beginnings, but growth.
And all of that culminated to the formation of Springlight's gas.
The first salesperson at SLG was yourself, which is amazing in that you grew with the business. Not only with, but you grew the business in itself. To today having you, Mr. Mbatha, as the CEO of SLG. And I think it's very telling of the company to recognize the people that have made it and allow them ultimately to lead the company.
That is actually quite important, that we create an environment where there's emergence of leaders. We take the talent, nurture the talent, and make sure that such optimal talent basically add value to the business, but people get rewarded for injecting such talent to the business through upward mobility, a framework that I said we have created in the business. Yeah,
absolutely.
Realization.
I agree with you, Mzi. I mean, if you look at it from the foundation of the business, to have the CEO that was almost there at the founding days and is now transcended to the CEO, gives impetus to this business and the growth that we've experienced over the years, combined with the value that we have for the employees. I mean, that is the ultimate, the structure that supports this business.
And I think you see the inspirational leadership in the company through your leadership style, because you understand the company. SLG has now 12 professionals who, if one thinks about it, it's people who want to build careers. So it certainly requires a very strong synergy between the people that are to drive the brand and what the brand does for the people. And I think what we have currently is a very strong synergy of people that are in a space in their lives where they want to self-actualize and be known as experts in their respective fields.
And we recognize the importance, basically, of creating a framework that will ensure that upward mobility from within the business thrives. So when you talk about people in the business, building equity and pushing boundaries, that's what this business has been about and is about.
From a customer perspective, I think what's worked for SLG is coming back to a foundation. We started off with 10 customers. During that phase of building the market, it enabled us to build the rapport with our customers and establish the relationship. It's that gives us the competitive edge. We have a suite of value-added services ranging from technical services, energy efficiency improvements, safety audits, compliance audits. Those are services that are offered to our customers on a complementary basis to further enhance the value beyond the sale of gas.
Absolutely. I think for me, Dash, on that very same point, one of our ethos as a business is customer centricity. It is basically an understanding or taking time to understand what make customers tick. Customer centricity is the cornerstone of everything that we do in the business. We need to ensure that people that interact with customers possess knowledge as much as possible that knowledge will be imparted at the customers so that the customer would be able to thrive in their respective sectors.
And we do it, like Mthoko said, with absolute exception and excellence. We've invested in it. The people that deliver that services are experts that have been taken to international courses, etc. So it's not fluffy, let's just sell stuff. No. It's real value to the customer. Remember when we started to grow our brand or our business, we had to walk into an environment with established brands that were energy suppliers.
Yes.
And to change the perspective, to have that mindset change was easily, I think, one of our greatest challenges we've had to face as a business. But we overcame that by having the right people do the work.
And I think if you remember, we developed a business operating model that, of course, helped us to restructure ourselves. Of course, being mindful of the talent that we have in the organization, that helped us really to remove the lid which restrained our growth to a point where this business basically grew in the past 2 years by at least sort of 35%. And to that extent, we've become basically a dominant player, bigger than Sasol in KwaZulu-Natal.
So the ability to respond to the market and what it actually needs, I think, is one of our greatest assets. And testament to that is, as you said now, growth in a non-growing customer environment.
I think more importantly, Mzi, that is evident by the awards that we have received over the years, partnering with entities such as Toyota, landing in the top 6 out of 400 possible suppliers. It speaks volumes. Yeah.
And I think the strength of this brand and its agility is absolutely pivotal, as you would say.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. This business is the second largest trader of gas in South Africa. It is the largest
very important
supplier.
Second only to Sasol.
Second to
Sasol.
Sasol.
I think that speaks
was
volumes.
created some time ago.
Yeah.
And the largest supplier of compressed natural gas. This is a business that realized that when we were limited and confined by the infrastructure, which did not allow us to access certain market far from the pipeline networks, we employed technology called compressed natural gas, which therefore enabled us to actually access those markets. So this is a business that not only looking at what's happening today, but this is a business that influences the future.
So the word I use is agility. Agility from the perspective of adapting to customer needs, the agility to evolve in the competitive space, or has enabled the growth that in the business that we see today.
Communities, we play a pivotal role in ensuring that communities within which we operate are empowered, with the primary focus being education. But we also partner with various entities within our communities that looks into the welfare, particularly of our people who are situated in disadvantaged areas.
The one word that comes to mind just very quickly like that is capability. We've become a very capable brand. And our capability, I think, it's one of those where somebody says your reputation precedes you. Is when you sit across the table and talking to a customer and they just hear or see capability.